So one of my pet peeves that you see on the internet all the time is people always put up the perfect version of themselves. Almost, Instagram was famous for it, but it's when people try and make themselves look perfect and sound perfect. And one of the big things you see a lot on LinkedIn is, I did 10 grand this month or 20 grand this month, and aren't I wonderful, and I've landed a new customer. And there's so much kind of humble bragging going on. And one of the big things that really gets me is that you see a lot of pride stuff this month in June. And I absolutely 100% support pride. But what I hate is when companies jump on it for the sake of jumping on it. I hate that. And you see it in all throughout the year on different kind of stuff, or they greenwash. So they talk about what they want to do to aid sustainability, but they don't actually do anything. And it's that kind of thing of basically people often assume that they have to be perfect, or they see this picture on their socials that everyone else looks perfect. And the truth is, you're not, you don't have to be, nobody else is. And it's part of the reason why on this I talk about the stuff that goes wrong, because that's just the way it is. But often, yeah, that feeling of pressure, I think, is quite true. That I always try and get the most out of every day and do the best I can and whatever. But the truth is, I'm kind of just human, and I do this myself, half the week, because the other half of the week I'm doing stuff for other people. And yeah, there will be days when I'm not perfect. I don't finish all my emails. I don't get that client thing back out the same day. But it's almost, it's the self-talk. It's something that Ashley spoke about on her podcast on Tuesday. That often our biggest critic is ourselves. But I just wanted to do a really quick thing to actually say that you don't have to be perfect. Nobody is. I think for me, if your moral intent is good and you're trying to do the right thing, it doesn't matter if it takes a bit longer or you make a bit less money, but you're happy. I genuinely don't really care what other people think, as long as I think I'm doing the right thing. And I know that comes from Cub Scouts here in the UK, but it's almost just try and do your best every day. Do the best what you can. And actually, yeah, never worry about, is something selling as well as it could or whatever. Almost, you need to be kind on yourself, because actually if your stress levels go up too high, you're probably going to get sick, and then that's going to hurt you a lot longer as well. So actually, it's one of those things that it's really important to kind of just be kind to yourself. Acknowledge that you do not have to be perfect. It's great if you try your best, and you absolutely should. But actually, don't put too much pressure on yourself that you try and hold yourself to a standard based on what you've seen online, when the truth is nobody else does. And often behind closed doors, people often aren't as good as they kind of say they are. They make the world think they are. And I think that's one of the big things that you see nowadays on socials. It's almost, I think most people can see through the kind of bullshit now, where you see the press release headline and actually it's being able to see behind it, and actually, do I like that person? Do I trust that person? Do I believe what they've said? And it's almost, I think maybe with age, I'm just becoming a bit more cynical. But it was something I wanted to talk about, because in many ways, I'm guilty of this as well, because I put a lot of effort into my kind of live streams and interviews. But I still try and do it with the right moral intent and do it the right way, or at least as far as I kind of do. And even recently, in the past month, there's been a lot more people seemingly to pop up doing live streams. And it did make me think, do I stop doing it? Do I do it less? Just because I don't want to annoy other people through me doing it. But the truth is, I believe in the mission. I believe in what we're trying to do. And hopefully in July, August, September, we're going to have some new guest presenters as well.